what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Greetings, folks, and welcome to live coverage of the Major League Baseball postseason, where tonight we begin the American League Championship Series. It's Game 1 with the Seattle Mariners facing off against the Toronto Blue Jays. We're at Rogers Centre in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, getting set for Game 1 of a very, very exciting matchup, I would say, between a couple of teams that haven't had a whole lot of postseason experience. For the Mariners, I've hitched my wagon to them as a free agent fan. My Orioles are no longer in the race. I don't know if anybody got the memo, but Seattle, the only team in baseball to never win a pennant. And then you got the Blue Jays. They've made it to the ALCS a couple of times in the 2010s. Other than that, you got to go back to the 90s when they won the World Series back-to-back years. They haven't had a whole lot of experience at this level. So somebody is going to be representing the American League either for the first time or for the first time in a long time. Toronto and Seattle. I'm looking forward to this, folks. Right, so let's talk about the pitching matchup and look at the starting lineups. I have no idea when exactly first pitch is going to be. It says start time is 3 minutes after the top of the hour. I doubt that will be the case. But we're here with 6 minutes before the top of the hour. Should have plenty of time to get everything ready to go. My lighting looks terrible. Let's just go ahead and get that out of the way. My lighting looks terrible. I'm too pink. Why am I so pink? I don't know. I'm working on it. What happens if I do that? Now I'm blue. Now I'm orange. Maybe this is better. I don't know. Right. So the Mariners got here in a very exciting, dramatic 15-inning marathon game, Game 5 against the Tigers a couple of nights ago. I called that game. It was something else. They seem like a team of destiny to me, honestly, between the season Cal Raleigh's had. Again, the only team to never win a pennant. The way that they won that series, they won 2 games in which Tarek Skubal started for the Tigers. That's not, that seems like a team of destiny to me. So it's going to be a situation where who is going to have the advantage here for the first couple of games in Toronto, because the Blue Jays, obviously, they wrapped up their series with the Yankees sooner. They've had more time to prepare for this series, more rest for their pitchers and everything else. And again, home field advantage. The Mariners, They're the road team. They're going to be, a little more taxed in their bullpen. But they're also riding, a wave of momentum, you would think. And will that be enough for them to... I think for the Mariners, and again, folks, I'm not trying to fool anybody here. I'm an Oriole fan, but I am rooting for Seattle in this series. And I think with the way things went in that division round against the Tigers and first 2 games on the road in Toronto, find a way to split, get it back to Seattle, tied at a game apiece. And I think the Mariners are going to be in really good shape to win their first ever pennant. Tonight on the mound for the Mariners, it's not going to be George Kirby or Logan Gilbert or Luis Castillo. All 3 of those guys started a division series game, and they all pitched in Game 5 to get the Mariners through. It'll be up to Bryce Miller. Bryce Miller, right-hander, who has made 1 start in the postseason, went 4 1/3 innings, gave up a couple of runs on 4 hits and a couple of strikeouts, no walks, a 4.15 ERA. Kevin Gausman, meanwhile, has made 1 start. He got a win, 5 2/3 innings, gave up just, it looks like, 1 run, a 1.59 ERA. 4 hits and a couple of walks, 3 strikeouts. I guess that was against the Yankees. Not sure which game. Wasn't following that series, at least not until that final game, watching the Yankees go down. That was fun. All right, the starting lineups for the Mariners. Leading off and playing in left field, Randy Arozarena. Cal Raleigh will bat second and do the catching. Julio Rodriguez in center field will hit third. Jorge Polanco, the switch-hitting second baseman, is the cleanup hitter. Josh Naylor will bat fifth and play at first base. Eugenio Suarez, the third baseman, will hit sixth. Dominic Canzone will DH and bat seventh. Victor Robles will hit eighth and play in right field. And J.P. Crawford will bat ninth and play shortstop. For Toronto, George Springer leads off. He's going to DH. Nathan Lucas is in right field batting second. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the big slugger, first base batting third. Addison Barger will be the cleanup hitter at third base. Alejandro Kirk, the human fire hydrant, he's catching, of course. He's batting fifth. Dalton Varsho will bat sixth and play center field. Ernie Clement at second base hitting seventh. Anthony Santander, folks, hitting eighth in this Toronto lineup. Can we just ask Toronto to have Tony come back? We'll give them Tyler O'Neill. They clearly don't want Santander's contract if they're batting him eighth for this ballgame. Regular season, he had 194 at-bats, 6 home runs, 18 RBI, and hit only a $175. So not a great first season for Tony as a Blue Jay. Andres Jimenez will bat ninth and play shortstop for Toronto. So there are your lineups. Bo Bichette is still out for the Blue Jays. I'm honestly not sure if he has any chance of returning in this postseason or not. I'm quickly trying to look it up. He will not be included on the roster for the ALCS. He's still out with a knee problem. Meanwhile, Brian Wu, who was the best starting pitcher in the Mariner rotation this regular season, his status is uncertain. He has been added to the roster for Seattle for the championship series, but his availability is still in question. Obviously, if he was good to go, like there was no problems at all, he would be starting this first game. When we'll see Brian Wu, if at all, I don't know. But he's on the Mariners roster, and considering all the pitching, again, they had to use to get out of that Tigers series, I'm sure they're going to want to have Wu available as soon as possible to help out the pitching staff. All right, it is now top of the hour. Let's make sure this game is up. I hope that tonight I'll have a stream that isn't too far behind if you're watching along with me. But so far this postseason, it's been pretty unpredictable with the stream. I don't know why. You would think, if anything, everything would be extra quick for the postseason. But I don't know. Okay. Looks like I might have the Canadian broadcast up here. I'm seeing a montage of Blue Jay highlights. We can hang with Canada, can't we, folks? All right. Oh, yeah, they got the Weekend doing a montage. Hey, the Weekend. I saw that. I saw that HBO show you did. What was that awful show called? What was it? The something. Hey, we are at Rogers Center. Would you look at this? Game 1. And we've got a packed venue here in Toronto. The lights are down. There's a show going on right now, a spectacle, if you will. We are about to get ready for some baseball. Hey, Charm City chat, how the heck are you? Hope you're settled in. By the way, program note here. Looks like I'm going to miss one game of this series for travel. That'll be game 2 tomorrow night. Actually, I think it's a late afternoon start, 5 o'clock Eastern, I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong, but either way, I will be on the road, out of the country, actually, at that point tomorrow. But that'll be the only game I miss, I think. If I miss game 3, then there was a problem. And I don't know, just wish me well if you don't see me back for game 3. But I'm here for game 1. And I'm ready to see some American League Championship Series baseball. Let's go. JJ came in and said hello earlier. Appreciate that, folks. If you're not familiar with play-by-play with JJ, he does a great job at doing sports play-by-play on YouTube. A buddy of mine, check him out. You can look him up by that name or click on his name there in the chat. It should say go to channel if you'd like to check it out. Right, Kevin Gausman. He used to pitch for the Orioles. Did I mention he's the Blue Jays starter tonight? I might not have. I have failed to talk about Kevin Gausman. He's getting loose right now. And right now I am looking up his regular season stats. Let's take a peek at this. Gausman in the regular season made 32 starts, logged 193 innings, pitched to a 3.59 ERA, a solid whip of 1.06. He had a losing record of 10-11. Struck out 189 batters, which tied him for 17th most in baseball. He's a veteran. He's been at or near the top of this Blue Jay rotation now for many seasons. And he is going to be facing Randy Arozarena to start the ball game here in just a moment. All right. Why is this page not opening? Is this a dial-up internet? Come on. Open the page. Don't be shy. There you go. Yeah, Gausman pitched for the Orioles between 2013 and 2018. He was then shipped to Atlanta. He spent some time in Cincinnati. He made one start for the Reds in 2019. Also pitched for the Giants in 2020 and 2021. Has been a Blue Jay since the 2022 season and has made at least 31 starts in each of the last 5 years. And there's only a couple of pitchers in baseball that can say that. Gausman has been durable. All right, we are ready for baseball, folks. First pitch of the ball game to Rosarena is outside, ball one. Here we go. And it looks like I am 2 full pitches behind the pitch tracker, which is really bad news. I'm going to have to try to find another channel for this ball game. Now, that pitch is inside. It's 2-0 to a Rosarena leading off the ball game. I'm going to stick with this channel for the first half inning. That pitch is off the plate. It's 3-0 now to Rosarena. That one kicked up some chalk in the dirt. So Gausman falls behind the first batter, 3-0. The 3-0 is right in there for a strike. Cal Raleigh's on deck. Rosarena's hitting 174. That's the Tigers series. Marienrs did not play in the wild card round and just getting started with this series. So that 174 average from the 5 games against the Tigers. The count is full on a Rosarena after Gausman had fallen behind 3-0. The payoff pitch is fouled away. Let's see. Bobo is here. Mac, Wilder, Phantom, Daniel Berry, Falling Hippo, Michael, Vonnie is here, George. We got another 3-2 pitch coming from Gausman. That is up the middle. It's backhanded behind the second base bag by Barger over to first in time. 1 away. That's how this series starts. A ground ball to second base. Excuse me, that's Clement at second. Barger at third. My apologies. Won't be the first mistake I make tonight. Am I in sync? Well, look how angelic I look. There's so much light coming in here right now from the sun. It is like perfectly lined up with the Raleigh with a line drive to right. That's a base hit. It'll get down in front of Lucas in right field. And the Marienrs have their first base runner of the series. 1-out single by Raleigh. A line drive to right. The big dumper is on at first. Yeah, it's the lighting is going to look bad here, folks, for probably about 15 minutes until the sun rises a little bit more. Right now, it's right in that angle to come right through the window. That's a strike to Julio Rodriguez right in there. J-Rod hitting 174 in the postseason, 267 regular season. He had a 30-30 year at the plate. Pitch is fouled back. It's 0-2. Marienrs are wearing their teal jersey tops. That's the color, right? Teal. Gray pants. Blue Jays wearing their blue jersey tops with white pants. 0-2 the count on Julio Rodriguez. The pitch popped up, out of play. We'll do it again. Once again, folks, if you are watching along, let me know in the chat if you don't mind. How far behind am I for you? I'm going to try and find, hopefully, a stream more caught up to real time. Here's a line drive, base hit into right center field. Raleigh is going first to third, and the Marienrs have a Raleigh cooking here, thanks to Cal Raleigh. See what I did there? With 1 out, runners at the corners here in the top of the first. All right. First and third, one away, in the batter, Jorge Polanco. Third baseman for Toronto, Barger, up on the grass. Middle infield playing back, first baseman holding the runner on. First and third, first pitch is hit toward third. They're going to have a play at the plate. The tag is applied to Cal Raleigh by Alejandro Kirk. That's the second out of the inning. Raleigh nailed at the plate. Barger throwing home. This ball might have been able to turn two to end the inning, but Barger took the shore out at home to make sure Raleigh didn't score. First and second with two down. The batter is now Josh Naylor. He's their best left-handed power hitter, unless you count Raleigh, the switch hitter, of course. 92 RBI in the regular season. He hit 295. Takes a pitch low from Gausman for ball one. We are in the top of the first with two down, first and second for the Marienrs. That pitch just a bit inside, maybe a bit low. Hard to say. It had the corner. Ump says it's 2-0. The 2-0 from Gausman. That one's hit hard into center field. Coming in and there to make the catch is Dalton Varsho. The inning is over. The Blue Jays get out of trouble. The Marienrs strand a couple of runners after a couple of hits. We go to the bottom of the first. Seattle nothing. Blue Jays are coming up. And stand by while I attempt to look for something better than this. Something better. Thanks, everybody. All right, well, this is a different stream. I have no idea if it's going to be an improvement, worse, the same. We'll find out here in a moment. I guess let me know, guys, if when I begin to call this next inning, if it feels like I'm further behind than I was, let me know, and I'll just go back to where I was. And we'll settle for that. It's kind of annoying. The postseason, I would like to not have a lag issue. What are you going to do, folks? Springer, Lucas, and Guerrero will come up to hit for Toronto here in the bottom of the first. Bryce Miller on the mound for the Marienrs. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right switch. I missed it already. The bats are nicely distributed in the lineup for Toronto. Miller went 4-6 in the regular season. ERA not too good, 5.68. But he's a talented young pitcher. He's better than that ERA. Put up some good numbers a couple of seasons ago, not so much this year. But it's the postseason, folks. Some players step up. Some other players fall flat on their face. We are ready for the first pitch to George Springer. And that ball's hit in the air to right and deep. That ball's traveling. That ball is gone. One pitch. Well, Bryce Miller just fell flat on his face. My goodness, this Blue Jay crowd. They're going nuts, and how can you blame them? They've got a lead after one pitch. George Springer crushes one to the opposite field. Toronto leads it 1-0. A Springer dinger. Well, that's one way to start things. Nathan Lucas will come up to hit now. He looks at a first pitch strike. So, what's the verdict, folks? Is it pretty much the same in terms of the timing? Am I farther behind? Is it a little bit better? If it doesn't make a difference, then we'll just stick right here. Lucas takes a pitch high. The count now, a ball and a strike. Yee. Well, that helps. Farther ahead. Okay. Here's a swing and a miss. The count 1-2. Well, let's take a look at the game screen and see if we can use it or not. That way you don't have to stare at my ugly mug. It does look like I'm still several pitches behind. This pitch is fouled away on 1-2. The count remains. But as we can see here, there's already been at least 5 pitches in this at-bat. I'll keep an eye on it. Thanks for the input, guys. Appreciate it. The 1-2 pitch to Lucas bounces in there for ball 2. I guess we're sticking here. I'm just your typical American living in Thailand trying to watch a baseball network from Canada and live stream it. What's the big deal? This pitch is popped up foul and out of play. What am I asking for? The world here? Now it won't let me go to full screen. There we go. The count is 2-2 on Lucas. It is 1-0 Blue Jays on a George Springer home run. First pitch he got to begin the ball game at the plate for Toronto. That's a foul ball. Still 2-2. Miller having a tough time putting Lucas away. One pitch to Springer home run, and now 7 pitches to Lucas. Here comes number 8. That's foul back. Wow. The Blue Jays, you want to talk about building momentum early in a ball game. First pitch home run, and now batter 2 is making the pitcher work really hard here. Pitch number 9 to Lucas. 2-2 count in the dirt, ball 3. Wow. Bryce Miller looks like a deer in the headlights right now. Payoff pitch coming. That is fouled off, and Lucas went after a pitch inside. Would have been ball 4. He goes to the ground after that swing and is now hobbling. Looks like he's favoring his right leg. Trainer's coming out. I guess it left knee. Trainer is out with Lucas after a foul ball that probably fouled off his knee. Yep, right off the top of the knee. Ouch. Right knee. Right on the cap. I've done that one time, and that hurts. That hurts. Lucas is going to be okay. The crowd gives a round of applause. He's up on his feet, leaning on the trainer and stretching his leg out. We'll get back underway here in a moment. I wouldn't mind speeding it up here. I mean, what more is there to talk about? Is he good? And then let's go. Another round of applause from the Blue Jay crowd as Lucas remains in the ball game. He's got a count of 3-2. And what are we up to? 10 pitches in this at-bat? 10 already. Number 11 on the way. Weird start to this game one here, folks. Bryce Miller, it feels like he's been out on the mound now for half an hour, throwing 11 pitches. All right, we're ready for the next pitch. The 3-2 to Lucas. Here it is. Fouled straight back. Are you kidding me? Come on now. I got a plane to catch in about 20 hours. Still 3-2. And the pitch. That is ball 4, and it missed by an inch, if that, on the outside corner. And here comes Vlad Guerrero Jr. A run already in on a 1-pitch homer. Now, what was that, a 12-pitch walk? Oh, things could not be going worse for the Marienrs to begin this ball game. And can't be going much better for Toronto. First pitch to Guerrero is outside. .292 average in the regular season, hit 23 homers. Feels like he hit more than that. 84 driven in. My God, this sun is killing me too. Pitch. Hits the bottom of the zone for a strike. Count even at 1-1. 10 postseason games for Vladdy. He's hit 3 homers and driven in 10. Batting .308 in those 10 postseason games. That one's lined into center field, but right to Julio Rodriguez, who makes the catch. As usual, Guerrero making hard contact, but right at the outfielder for out number 1. Addison Barger, who talk about hitting the ball hard. This dude is building a reputation. There's a pitch in the dirt for ball 1 to Barger. .333 in the postseason. That's 4 for 12 in the division series against the Yankees. In the regular season, 21 homers and 74 driven in. Left-handed batter. 1-0 from Miller is outside. 2-0. Let's see. Well, we know that the next pitch will be ball 3. Let's just see where we're at with this, and then it'll get to 3-1. So yeah, 2 pitches behind. It's just too much of a spoiler, folks. So 3-0 the count, and we know it'll be 3-1 next. Cantankerous, how you been, buddy? Long time no see. You still feeling cantankerous? There's the strike to make it 3-1. "20 pitches from Bryce Miller. He's gotten 1 out, and it was a loud one. "3-1, outside ball 4. Barger draws a walk. Whoops.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Bryce Miller is having a rough first inning. And this Blue Jay crowd can smell blood in the water. A chance to blow this thing open early. Alejandro Kirk coming up to hit. Toronto has done the job with runners in scoring position in the postseason, hitting .344 as a team. Mound meeting between Miller and Raleigh, the catcher. Obviously, a ground ball would really help the Marienrs. Kirk, one of the slowest runners around, is a double play candidate. .282 in the regular season, .222 in the postseason for Kirk. Here we go with 2 on, 1 out. First pitch. That's in the dirt, outside, ball 1. You wonder how much of a leash Bryce Miller is going to have. I would think a pretty long one. You kind of have to just bite the bullet and let him eat innings. You already have a bullpen that needs rest. If you work him too much here, it's just going to exacerbate its own problem over the course of the series. So I would assume, even if Miller were to say, I don't know, give up a 3-run bomb to Kirk here, I think he's staying in the ball game. The 1-1 to Kirk is high, 2 balls and a strike. Miller steps off the slab. Now back on. All right, the count is 2-1 to Alejandro Kirk. First and second, the pitch. Line to right, foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hey there, Scotty boy, how you doing? .25 pitches in the first for Miller, only 1 out. Here comes the 2-2 to Kirk. Miller with a double look back to second. The pitch popped up, shallow, center field. Second baseman going out, and Polanco will make the catch. Julio Rodriguez, the center fielder, right on his heels there. Let's go ahead and hide that user. Folks, mods, please look out for the bots and dispose of them as quickly as possible. Appreciate it. Here is Dalton Varsho. If Toronto is going to add on to this rally, he's going to have to be the guy. 2 down. And first pitch swinging, hits it into center field. Julio Rodriguez has to go back in front of the track, will make the catch to end the inning. Bryce Miller. Things got hairy there. First pitch he threw was smoked by George Springer over the fence in right field. And then he had to go throw a ton more pitches. How many? 26 pitches after that to get out of the first inning. It was a hit and 2 walks. The Blue Jays leave a pair. We go to the second inning. Toronto leads it 1-0. Cantankerous has just gifted 5 Magic memberships. Folks.
Message for you, son. Message for you, son.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Now, where's Scotty Boy? Scotty Boy was just here. Scotty Boy should be thanking Cantankerous for the gift. Appreciate it, Cantankerous. Another Magic membership out there for Ridge Runners Live, Marcel, Sigla Videos, and Jeff in the Zone. Hey, Jeff, in the zone. I'm interested in you. Come on over and chat it up sometime. You're in the zone. I want to know more. I want to be in the zone. Oh, yeah, this is definitely the Canadian network. Monday Night Hockey. All right. Dan is here. How you doing, Dan? Hazel May, sideline reporter. Unfortunate choice of wardrobe. All right. We are ready for the second inning. And hopefully about 5 more minutes, that sun is going to not be all up in my face. My ear feels like it's going to melt away. Hey, we got bots. We've got bots. Folks, I must be successful, right? I've got bots. Yo, Spike, I got the bots. What do you got? What is taking this inning so long to get started? Hello. Thank you there, Roustabout. All right, we are about to get started. Second inning. Eugenio Suarez to lead it off at the plate for the Marienrs. Hitting just .095 in the postseason. First pitch from Gausman is fouled straight back. Gausman threw 16 pitches in the first. Much easier time of things. He did have to face 5 batters, but he did it pretty quickly. The 0-1 to Suarez, swing and a miss. Looked like a slider breaking off the outside edge. The count is 0-2. Oh, the Ravens. My, oh my. All I know is the final score. 3 points. Not good. 0-2 pitch. That one's drilled to left by Suarez, but right at the left fielder, Santander. Hard hit ball. Nothing to show for it. One away. Here is Dominic Canzone, the DH. Left-handed batter. I think he's an outfielder. We've only seen him DH in the Tigers series. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Hockey's already underway again. My, oh my. – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – –– Canzone. He brings the bat back for a ball. Oh, my God. We got a Jets fan here. No. Swing and a miss. High fastball at 96. Had the top of the zone. We've got a Jets fan here, folks.
Big buck. Stop it all.
Pitch in the dirt. Check swing. They appeal, and he did not go. Canzone up at the plate. Toronto crowd making plenty of noise for Gausman here to get the strikeout. On the outside edge, the crowd wanted strike 3. They didn't get it. That pitch looked like it could have been strike 3 to me. Ump says no. Next pitch, that's a strike all the way. Canzone frozen. See you later.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Canzone strikes out on a fastball, middle, bottom of the zone. I read somebody had an offense today in NFL of negative 10 yards passing. Can anybody tell me who that is? Is that the Jets? Hopefully it wasn't the Ravens. But I think it was like 82 total yards, 80-something, and like negative 10 yards passing for the day. Victor Robles, swing and a miss. The count on him is 1 ball, 1 strike. Was that the Jets who did that? Oof. My, oh my. That is bad. How? How is that possible? The count is a ball and 2 strikes on Robles after that foul ball, and the crowd with 2 down and 2 strikes making noise. Put this inning away. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball called. Strike 3 on the outside edge. If Gausman was robbed on an earlier strike 3, I think the ump made up for it here. This one was borderline. Gausman gets the call. The inning is over.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Bottom of the second coming up. 1-0 Toronto. Oh, that's right. There's a Sunday night football game going on right now. What is it? Lions and Chiefs? That's kind of a big deal. That's probably not good for my turnout potential. That's a pretty darn big marquee matchup there. Commanders play tomorrow night. I will be landing on a tarmac 1 country away right about when that game kicks off tomorrow. So I won't be able to follow it unless it's passing by an airport TV that might have it on. Otherwise, please wish me luck on my travels. This is supposed to be a, 18-hour journey or thereabouts, all in one day. I don't know how the hell this is going to work. I don't know who is supposed to meet me when I land and get out of the plane and come into like the airport lobby. And I just started looking around going, all right, escort for the Thai embassy is where? Hello? I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to make a phone call today. You see, in Thailand, folks, when it comes to stuff like that, the answer is usually, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You'll land. You'll get. We'll just know we'll just know. All right. I hope so. Thanks, Phantom. There seems to be an extra amount of time between innings, folks. Is it just me, or does it feel like they've added an extra full minute of commercials to the postseason? It's taking forever between innings. I mean, I've sat here and watched about 45 seconds of panning around the crowd, and that's like half of the commercial break for a normal between inning break, right? Ernie Clement, bottom of the order coming up for the Blue Jays. He looks at a first pitch strike. Clement had a hell of a series against the Yankees. Went 9 for 14, 5 RBI, a .643 batting average. He was a Yankee killer. Pitch in on the hands, and he pops it up right at the plate. In foul ground, Cal Raleigh makes the catch for the first out. Clement retired. Am I going the wrong way around? Yeah, I'm going the long way. Why do I live in I love the why question again because I enjoy it here. That's pretty much it. Anthony Santander, folks, the former Oriole, switch hitting outfielder. Line drive into right field for a base hit. And that gets by Robles, and Tony will scamper to second base. And the crowd loves it. Santander has not had a good first season on paper for Toronto. If you haven't been following his season with the Blue Jays, that's why he's batting 8th in the lineup. But he delivers here, a line drive, and Robles, what is that in his mouth? Looks like he's got like a credit card or something in his mouth while that ball was hit his way. What was that? Here's Andres Jimenez. First pitch is a strike taken. 1 out, runner at second base. What is Robles got sticking out his mouth? How did I pick Scotty? Can I call the championship series? Popped up, shallow right field. The second baseman Polanco backpedals and makes the catch for out number 2. How? Research, I guess, is the boring answer. And traveling and saying, I like it here. I've seen this place, I've seen that place, I like it here, I'm going to stay. It's a boring story, isn't it? George Springer up for the second time. First time up, got one pitch and hit it out to make it 1-0. That's still the score here in the second inning. 2 down with Santander at second base. Pitch. Hit on the ground. Shortstop in the hole. Crawford across the diamond in time to end the inning. So Miller works around a base hit and an outfield error from Robles. We go to the third inning. The Blue Jays lead it 1-0. It's his data card about each of the players' likely hit zones. Okay. I'm just wondering, if you're Robles, Dan, don't you just let it drop out of your mouth as soon as you gotta, start going after a baseball hit your way. Like, I would just worry about it after I, make a play and then go retrieve the card. But that's probably just me. Now I'm behind again. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Hit the live button on your stream there, George. Maybe that'll help. Santander got hurt early and never got the early season troubles out of the way. Yeah, I mean, we remember as an Oriole that Tony typically starts slow and gets hotter as the season goes on. I'm sure all will be forgiven for a not so great first year on a contract if he does it in the postseason. Everybody will be happy. Yeah, I mean, you got to drop, just drop the card. Don't worry about it. Early to mid-May for Tony. And 294 at-bats, that's more than just a month and a half. That is at least that's about 2.5 months worth of plate appearances, I would think. So maybe he had enough time to warm up, but never quite did. But again, postseason, I got to think of the 4 teams left in this thing. Nobody has a better, more threatening number 8 hitter in their lineup than Anthony Santander. I mean, who's the Mariners got? Victor Robles? Come on. No contest. All right, top of the third. Let's go. It'll be J.P. Crawford and then back to the top of the order for the Mariners. All right. Again, just an extra minute or so between innings, it seems to me. First pitch to Crawford is outside for ball 1. (1-0) hit on the ground towards second. Should be routine play, and it is. Clement will throw out Crawford for out number 1. Randy Arozarena. Holy cow. I have 26 people watching. That is it. 26? That is so bad. That is so bad. 23 now it says. Wow. I mean, folks, if I just started this channel up 2 days ago, that would be like decent numbers. Holy cow. 23. Oh, wow. There's a breaking ball for a strike to Arozarena. The count is 1-1. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the third. Mariners in 6. There's my guess. Pitch is fouled away by Arozarena. The count is a ball and 2 strikes. Wow. The 1-2 pitch popped up on the infield at first base. Guerrero's got it. 2 down. I mean, folks, is it just my being so far behind the game where somebody finding this content would immediately just give up on it for being so far behind? I got to figure this out. This turnout, even for my lowest of standards, is pretty damn bad. 20-something people. Holy cow. Cal Raleigh, first pitch, swing and a miss. That's not the first. That is the first. Raleigh is 1 for 1. I'm flustered. I am flustered. 0-1 on Raleigh. Pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 to Raleigh. That one's hit hard but foul out in front of that pitch for strike 2. And with 2 strikes and 2 out, the Blue Jay fans, they rise to their feet again. The 1-2 to Cal Raleigh. Pitch. Lays off one outside. Was off the plate by about a foot. It is 2 balls, 2 strikes. So funny to hear Buck Martinez's voice. He's got that nasally voice that just pierces through your audio channel. Swing and a miss. Raleigh chases one in the dirt and strikes out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Cal Raleigh, the big dumper. He is down on strikes. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It is 1-0 Toronto. What? Folks, there's a report that somebody's cat likes my channel. Well, at least some organism, maybe not human, is enjoying the content. Yeah, I'll be right back, folks. I'll be right back. Stare at Dominic Canzone's name for a minute.
Bye-bye, birdie.
2-2. Hit in the air to right center field and deep. Going back, it is 11-0 Blue Jays. This gotta be one of the most disgusting fucking turn of events I have ever watched. I mean, the New York Yankees as a whole should be a fucking shame to themselves that they are not only losing, they are taking an absolute thrashing, Diddy style, with no Vaseline whatsoever, no baby oil, nothing. They are getting balls dragged over their fucking foreheads like a group of bitches is what is happening right now for the New York Yankees. One of the nastiest, disgusting displays of baseball I have ever watched. This one is hit in the air to left field. There's 2 outs. Who gives a fuck? 2 away.
Wow. Tell me how you really feel. All right, we are back to get ready for the bottom of the 3rd inning. There's a young lady slamming a beer. How you doing, hun? All right, once again, panning around the crowd because we got to take an extra minute between every inning. All right. Nathan Lucas will lead it off for Toronto. He'll be followed by Guerrero and Barger. Bryce Miller on the mound. First pitch to Lucas is swung on and fouled at the plate for strike one. Lucas had that long AB against Miller in the first inning and worked a walk. It was, what, 12 or 13 pitches, something like that? The count is 0-1. Miller's windup and pitch is off the plate. 1-1 the count. What are we looking at here? Why is there a shot of somebody in the Blue Jay dugout? Oh, it's a conversation with Gausman sitting down. Couldn't see him. 1-1 pitch to Lucas. Hit in the air to left and shallow. Arozarena coming on and will make the catch while sprinting toward the infield. One away. Vlad Guerrero. Guerrero lined out to center field his first time up. And he looks at a first pitch strike, bottom of the zone here, in his second at bat. 0-1 the count. Next pitch. Hit on the ground, third base side, foul. Man, oh man, is there plenty of merch on display. 0-2 pitch, well off the plate, ball one. I better get that bird watcher merch going. The 1-2 to Guerrero. Breaking ball hit on the ground to short. Crawford over to first when plenty of time, 2 away. Vlad is 0 for 2. Barger up now with 2 down, nobody on. Barger. First pitch to him. Hit on the ground. First base, Naylor racing to the bag, and he will beat Barger there by a step to end the inning. Miller is settled in here after that rough first inning. A 1-2-3 third. We go to the fourth. 1-0 Toronto. Folks. How you doing? Hey, we got a few subscribers in here tonight. Thank you. If you're new and you subscribed, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever done for us. You like the Captain Chesapeake music? Hell yeah. It's a banger. It's a toe tapper. Bam, 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 bam. Bow. Bow. Bow.
He met a strange friend in the Chesapeake Bay when Mondi the Monster.
What's that show everybody talks about all the time? what is it? I can't remember. Oh, White Lotus? Yeah. Everybody thinks living out here is like White Lotus. You know. It's really not. I mean, it can be, but it used to be, so Thailand, like The Hangover. When I first moved out here, that's what I would get. Oh, it's like The Hangover over there, right? Now it's White Lotus. And it's just like White Lotus. All right. What are we doing here? Fourth inning about to get started. Miles Straw is into the ball game in right field. Nathan Lucas, remember, he took that foul ball off the knee. He had a second at bat. And I guess that's it for him. Lucas taken out of the ball game. Miles Straw now in right field. Jorge Polanco to lead it off. Excuse me. It's Julio Rodriguez to lead it off. Polanco will follow, and then Josh Naylor in the top of the fourth. Gausman's first pitch fouled behind the plate for strike one. Julio Rodriguez singled in the first inning. One of only 2 hits for the Marienrs. Next pitch is fouled behind the plate again. No balls, 2 strikes. $2024 postseason hoodies on sale, really cheap. If I lived in a colder climate, here's a check swing. They appeal, and Julio Rodriguez went around. He strikes out. 1 away.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
And Captain Chesapeake was a host of children's after school cartoons and stuff on what is it, 54, channel 54, is that it? Hell, now my memory is completely fading. Jorge Polanco is at the plate. The count is 1-0. Make it 2-0. That pitch low. I wouldn't mind a $20 hoodie. That sounds like my price range. I'm just not living in the right climate for it. Channel 45. Oh my goodness, what's wrong with me? Pitch is fouled away. 2 balls, 1 strike on Polanco. The 2-1 pitch. That one's hit hard, right to first base on a bounce. Vladdy will take it to the bag unassisted for out number 2. Polanco retired. Josh Naylor up next. Is there Amanda Hugginkiss in the audience? I'm looking for Amanda Hugginkiss. Josh Naylor, 0 for 1. Naylor, I hardly know her. First pitch from Gausman, low and outside for ball 1. Naylor lined out back in the first inning. 1-0 pitch is low. What is going on with the audio of this game? I can hear Buck Martinez's voice loud and clear, but everything else sounds muffled. You know, I'm just starting to realize that Buck Martinez kind of sounds like David Lynch's character from Twin Peaks, where he had trouble. He was hard of hearing and had to talk loud and sort of nasally. Uh, 2-0 the count on Josh Naylor. Pitch. Fouled away a fastball. Got a heater, 2-0. Went after it. It was at the top of the zone. Can only foul it away. I said he can only foul it away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch. That one's hit in the air. Center field, backing up onto the track. Varsho, right in front of the 400-foot sign, makes the catch to end the inning. That ball hit straight away center field and deep. A 390-foot out to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Blue Jays lead it 1-0. We got ourselves a bit of a duel here. Bit of a duel. I'll be right back. Good morning.
I apologize for Baltimore. I apologize for Baltimore.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
Are there things that make you angry?
We're on a mission from God.
This is great iced tea.
Do you believe in me?
So it's not the best option, but it just is what it is.
All right. Greetings, Earth people. The finish line is somewhere in the Bonaventure Hotel. If you know what movie I'm referencing, you are the shiznit. Alejandro Kirk is going to lead it off for the Blue Jays. What a funny sign. Thanksgiving Kirky. Because Kirk, kind of like Turk from Turkey. Kirky. For a month that's still, or a holiday that's still 6-7 weeks away. All right, here we go. First pitch to Kirk. Called a strike. On the inside corner, Kirk blew out back in the first inning. Hitting .211 in the postseason. Miller's 0-1. The delivery is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Christmas commercial. No. No. It's so odd. It just seems to jump from summer to Christmas. Why do we have to rush the fall? It's my favorite time of year. 2-1 the count on Kirk. Delivery is popped up. Left field. Coming in, Arozarena. He's waiting. He's finally got it. That ball hit a mile high. 1 down. So the Marienrs, if nothing else, they may be trailing, but it's just a 1-run ball game, and Miller has done well to get under control after that tough first inning. Things really could have been rough for the Marienrs. That could have had implications beyond this first game. Dalton Varsho at the plate. First pitch is a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Next pitch popped up behind the plate. Raleigh with a look. It's in the crowd. 0-2 on Varsho. One out, nobody on. 1-0 Blue Jays, bottom of the fourth. Pitch to Varsho is swung on and missed. High cheese from Miller. That's his first strikeout of the ball game. Now, how did you get that?
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Falling Hippo, you somehow were able to remember what I said and just type in that whole phrase into search. Hidden to center field by Clement on the first pitch, right to Julio Rodriguez. He makes the catch. Bryce Miller has settled down. He's got that pitch count under control now, too. 50 pitches through 4 innings. 1 earned run on 2 hits, 2 walks. I think he's only given up 1 base runner since the first inning. We head now to the 5th. It's 1-0 Toronto. So Falling Hippo. How did you come to arrive at Midnight Madness? And has anyone else in this chat ever seen or heard of the movie Midnight Madness? It is one of my all-time favorite movies. I probably have seen that movie 70 times. Is a safe estimate, I think. Give or take a dozen. It's a very stupid movie. Very cheesy. And I love it. Can't get enough. Nobody's heard of it. Again, how, Hippo? How? You had to have searched it. I'm going to type in the finish line is somewhere in the Bonaventure Hotel and see if this pops up. That has to be how you got it. I'm up to your tricks. Yeah. Yeah, it comes right up. Comes right up. There it is. Midnight I tell you what, man. I grew up in a time where you had to have those brain worms where you're like, man, I remember this movie, or I remember this line, I remember this song, I remember this little piece of it. And you would sit there all day, driving yourself nuts, trying to think of something. And now, that no longer happens, or needs to happen, I guess. I don't know how I feel about that. Right. 5th inning. Is that where we are? 5th inning. Toronto leads at 1-0, Game 1 of the American League Championship Series. Eugenio Suarez will start things off. He'll be followed by Canzone and Robles. Gausman on 51 pitches through the first 4 innings. Gets a called strike here on Suarez. He is 0 for 1. Pitch in on the hands and popped up. Foul ground, first base. Guerrero has room to make the catch. A foul pop out from Suarez, 1 down. Gausman is breezing here. 2 hits, no walks, with 1 out in the 5th inning. 53 pitches. Dominic Canzone. First pitch to him is hit in the air, center field. Going to be another out. Varsho coming in a few steps, makes the catch. 2 down. Easy peasy lemon squeezy for Kevin Gausman. Robles up next. He struck out his first time up. That kid's going nuts. Woo! Your seats suck. You need a telescope to watch the game. Holy cow. Pitch. Robles to right. Running toward the warning track and the foul line is Miles Straw. He makes the catch. A quick inning of work for Gausman. 5 innings, 55 pitches. Just 11 pitches per inning on average. And only 2 base runners given up through the first 5 innings. Seattle got to do better than this. Come on, Seattle. Once again, a reminder, folks, Game 2 of this series will be tomorrow, late afternoon start, followed by Game 1 of the NLCS. I will not be around to call this Game 2 of this series. It's the only game of this series I plan on missing, and I don't plan on missing the World Series. So apologies for a break in the continuity of the postseason coverage here. We started with the Cubs versus Padres in the wild card round, and I wanted to track the Marienrs once they entered the chat, so to speak. And here we are. American League Championship Series, World Series to follow. And probably the stupidest idea I've ever come up with for channel content here on the Birdwatcher channel, following the World Series. Yep, same Kevin Gausman that pitched for Baltimore many moons ago. All right. Folks, I am starting to get some anxiety for this trip, I tell you. I calmed down after I got everything straightened out on this end the other day. But again, I'm about to... What if my alarm doesn't go off? This van is supposed to come pick me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. What if they're late? What if I'm late to this plane? What if I land and I don't know who I'm supposed to meet? What if there's a problem at the embassy? What if? There's just too many things. There's too many things. I want it to be over. I don't want to go through with this. Help me. Anxiety sucks. All right, Anthony Santander will lead it off. Base hit his first time up. And he looks at a strike on the inside edge, a fastball. 0-1. Santander, 273 average in the postseason after that second inning single. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Fastball above the zone. 0-2. It's going to be gaming content, Noel. I'm going to take over the Orioles franchise on MLB The Show and basically simulate what would happen if I took over this damn team. Swing and a miss. Santander strikes out. 1 away. A splitter there from Miller. Yeah, so it'll be live gaming content and simulation, like management stuff. Just geeky baseball stuff. We're going to go through the whole damn season. At least that's the plan. Andres Jimenez fouls the first pitch. He gets away. He is 0 for 1. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 5th. Toronto leads it 1-0 from a first inning homer by George Springer. First pitch of the game thrown by Bryce Miller. Here's a ground ball to second. Polanco with an easy play. 2 down. Jimenez retired. Try to clear your head, BW. Listen to some music. Try to collect yourself. And in my opinion, the best way to do that is just listen to some baseball games or listen to calming music. I try. I appreciate the advice. George Springer up with 2 down, nobody on. Third time up. 1 for 2 with that homer, the only run of the ball game. He fouls off the first pitch here. Oh, yes. So tomorrow night, probably for the best that I don't call the game. I mean, yeah, all that. There's going to be a lot of competition for views tomorrow with all that activity going on. Not that I'm, shy of some competition, but I just, yeah. Nothing I can do about it. Springer, check swing, foul ball, makes it a ball and 2 strikes. Yacht rock. What classifies, like Jimmy Buffett or something? Ugh. No offense, you parrot heads. 1-2 to Springer. Low and away, 2-2. I think I'll calm down with some relaxing 9-inch nails. Maybe some Rage Against the Machine. 2-2 pitch to Springer. Fouled to the right side. We'll do it again. Now, I have had plenty of experience with mushrooms back in my college days. And I have to say, sometimes they can make you feel very relaxed. Other times, they can give you a panic attack. Swing and a miss. As Miller, who came into the inning without striking anybody out, I believe just struck out the side. How about that? Let me see if that's what happened. No, never mind. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Jimenez grounded out. So 2 strikeouts and a good inning of work from Bryce Miller. We go now to the 6th. 1-0 Toronto. That crappy rap music the kids listen to. Wow. What year is this? 1987? That crappy rap music has been around now for about 40 years. I'd get used to it. Not that I'm a huge fan. Well, I mean, I don't really dismiss any genre of music. I think just about every genre has something of quality to offer. Just some genres for me have more quality than others. I think country music, for my tastes, generally not there. But do I like Johnny Cash? You bet your ass I do. Hank Williams, Sr., the OG Hank? Sure. Reba McEntire? Hells no. I don't know. Anyway, I used to live in South Carolina, and I had a bumper sticker on my car that said, "Country music is the work of the devil." I don't know how I got that sticker. I mean, somebody had to, make it for me. I didn't buy it in a store. I think I had a friend that worked at Kinko's, and we're like, let's come up with an idea for a bumper sticker that'll annoy as many locals as possible. And that's what I came up with. I wonder how things would go if I drove around with that bumper sticker today. Probably not like it would have been in 1994. Kevin Gausman is about to start his 6th inning of work. Reba looking like she just got out of prison. Looking rough. I didn't even realize she was still putting herself out there in the public. I had no idea. Reba. All right. Carl Crawford. J.P. Crawford is going to lead it off. Top of the order due up after him. Gausman's first pitch is outside by a couple of inches, ball one. Right-hander up in the Blue Jay bullpen, Louis Varland getting loose. One-0 pitch is low. Seattle has not threatened to score pretty much at all tonight. If Crawford can get on, that'd be a nice start. That pitch is off the plate. It's 3-0. Come on, Crawford. .30 pitch. Right down the chute for strike one. Hey, Froggy, how you doing? Your Blue Jays are winning. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball count. Crawford looked ready to hit a fastball, but he still missed it. It's 3-2. Crowd noise starting to pick up again. Some getting to their feet. 3-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to second. Backhanded and bobbled, but handled by Clement in time for the first out. Clement did not have a panic attack after initially bobbling this grounder like, say, Orion Kirkering did for the Phillies a couple of nights ago. Man, oh man, do I feel bad for that guy. Randy Arozarena up. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch strike. Inside edge. Gausman could go at least 7 innings. The way this Pitch count's going. Off the plate, 1-1 to Arozarena. We all know who Bad Bunny is. Called a strike. 1-2. Now, can I name a song? No, but I've heard of him before he was announced as the Super Bowl talent. I've heard of him. 1-2 pitch. That's way outside. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes on Arozarena. He's 0 for 2. Pitch. Swung on and missed. Down goes Arozarena.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Boy. Come on, Seattle. If I wanted to see offense like this, I'd rewatch an Orioles game. Cal Raleigh at the plate. First pitch low and in for ball 1. All right, come on, Cal. 60 home runs on the regular season. One right here to tie the ball game. What do you say? The 1-0. Low, 2-0. All right, hitters count. Come on, Cal. The 2-0. Ooh, tough pitch there. Called a strike. Raleigh was right to not offer at it. It would not have been a good result for him, you would think. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch. Back to that area again. That one dropped below the zone. It swung on and fouled off. It's 2-2 on Cal Raleigh. And with 2 strikes, 2 out, the Rogers Center crowd is on their feet. Can't even hear the announcers. The crowd is that loud. 2-2 the count on Raleigh. Here's the pitch. Swung on and drilled. Right field and deep. See you later. Cal Raleigh does what BW asks for. He ties up the ball game with a home run to right. He knew it as soon as he swung. Cal Raleigh having a Roy Hobbs kind of a season. Is this team the team of destiny? Raleigh ties up the ball game at 1 apiece. Holy cow. But this giant crowd absolutely going bonkers. Raleigh said, let me quiet you down right now. Let me show you what I'm about. We got a 1-1 ball game. 2 down, nobody on for Julio Rodriguez. Swing and a miss. Fastball up and in. Oh and 1 to Julio. Pitch. Up and in. Ball 1. 1 for 2 is Rodriguez. A single back in the first. 1-1 ball game. Don't you dare go extra innings on me. Pitch. That's low. I love listening to Buck Martinez shout out statistics. 2-1 pitch up and in, 3-1 on J-Rod. Gausman now on 75 pitches. What is Bryce Miller up to? Miller's only on 61 through 5. That is ball 4. Gausman walks Julio Rodriguez with 2 down. And a couple of Blue Jay relievers now warming up in the bullpen. Brendan Little, the lefty, up there with Louis Varland, the righty. Alejandro Kirk walks out to the mound to talk and maybe help give the bullpen a little extra time to get warm. Here comes the manager. And it looks like Gausman is coming out right now. They signal for a lefty. Schneider pulls Gausman out of the game after 5 2/3 innings. Gausman will walk off to a standing ovation after giving up just that solo home run to Cal Raleigh here in this inning. 3 hits on the night. He does have a runner on first. That's his responsibility. He can't win the game. He could lose it. But if the game gets out of this inning tied at 1, it'll go down as a no decision. 20 innings, no. 18, no. You know what I'm about to do? I'm about to turn off this light. I'm sick of this light. Are we at a stage of the game now where, I mean, you know, either way, it's the things I do, folks, the things I do. The suffering that I do. Well, brand new ball game. Going to be getting to the bullpens here pretty soon. Toronto's going now, and I would imagine Miller's not long for this game either. After the next inning, I think 6 innings, and that's it for him, if he can get through it. All right. Going into halftime, just about, the Chiefs are up 13-10 on the Lions, if you cared. Nine home runs at the Rogers Center in 14 games for Cal Raleigh. That's Ryan Mountcastle-esque. Okay. Brendan Little has come in to relieve Kevin Gausman. On the regular season, he had an ERA of 3.03, a 1.36 whip. He's pitched 2 2/3 innings in the postseason, giving up 1 earned run. First pitch is a breaking ball for a strike. And the Marienrs, Jorge Polanco turns around to bat right-handed. We got an 0-1 count on Polanco. And the pitch inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Naylor, the left-handed bat on deck, is the hitter Little has come in to get out the most, if that makes any sense. The toughest out of the upcoming bats. You don't want a righty reliever facing Naylor, I would think. It's 1-1 on the switch hitting Polanco. Pitch, swing and a miss. That pitch was out of the zone by a lot. 2 strikes on Polanco with 2 down, and the Blue Jay crowd up on their feet once more. They have surrendered the lead in this inning, but they don't want any more than that. That ball gets away from Kirk. Runner will move up to second, takes a wide turn, and posts up there. All right. Now a base hit could give the Mariners the lead here. Polanco, of course, had the walk-off hit to win the series in the 15th inning against Detroit 2 nights ago. Another one bouncing in there. This time Kirk able to handle the wild pitch. That one was more wild than the previous one, but Kirk was ready this time. My goodness, what a pick that was. Full count, 2 out. The Mariners have tied the game on a Cal Raleigh homer, and they now have the go-ahead run, Julio Rodriguez at second base. Pitch. Fouled at the plate. The crowd started to cheer, thinking they saw a strikeout, not seeing the ball at the feet of Polanco. They have gotten the news that this at-bat is not over. Plenty of speed for the Mariners at second base. Anything to the outfield should score them with 2 down. Full count. Pitch. Line drive. Base hit into left field. Rodriguez will round third and score, and the Mariners have taken the lead here in the top of the 6th. It's 2-1 Seattle. And I'm happy. I'm a happy clam. Polanco, clutch again. He had 2 homers off Skubal in Game 2 of the division round. He then walked it off in Game 5 with a base hit in the 15th, and now he's come through with a go-ahead RBI 2 down in Game 1 of the ALCS. Wow. Here's Josh Naylor. And he takes a terrible swing at a pitch in the dirt for strike 1. Naylor does not look like he could pick up Little's pitch there. That was a bad swing. Next pitch, another bad swing. And I don't know how Naylor doesn't strike out in this at-bat. He has no idea what Little is doing on the mound. Naylor asks for time. Now, he may have looked bad those first couple of pitches, but Naylor is a pretty good bad ball hitter, too. He can get a hit off you on a pitch out of the zone. I don't know what the delay is here. Naylor had already asked for time. That was a minute ago. Still waiting for him to wait for the next pitch. All right, here it comes. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt. The Mariners have taken the lead here in the top of the 6th, 2-1. Kevin Gausman, by the way, is now on record for getting the loss if the Mariners hold the lead all the way to the finish line. One ball, two strikes. Pitch. Nope, throw to first. Polanco back standing. Not a large lead at first at all. Now the 1-2 coming. Swing and a miss, and Naylor once again just waving at air. Never stood a chance in that at bat. Mark that down. Brendan Little owns Josh Naylor. It's not even close. But the Marienrs come up clutch. They finally rally to not only tie, but take the lead here in the 6th. They tied on a solo home run by Cal Raleigh, his second of the postseason. And they take the lead on an RBI hit from Jorge Polanco. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Marienrs lead it 2-1. Come on, see ya. 25 people. 25. 19? Do I have BO? I mean, good grief. People just by accident would butt click more on this channel than these numbers. Holy cow. Folks, I got to be honest with you. Turnout like this, if it's going to be this kind of party, I'm going to take the rest of this postseason off. I've been waiting for a break. I mean, damn. I mean, just to let everybody that is here know, I appreciate you guys being here, but there are less than 24 people here. Hey, Rhino. Guess what? My channel is failing harder than ever. 22 people for a postseason baseball game. 22. What happened? Oh, boy. How you doing, Rhino? Will Harry Carey make an appearance? Probably not. How's Santander doing? Tony had a base hit first time up. So 1 for 2, I think. 1 for 2. He's due up pretty soon, I think. Bryce Miller is on to pitch the 6th inning. Now with the lead for the first time today. What a turnaround for him in this ball game. First inning looked like he was in big, big trouble. And he was. Got out of it with just 1 run scored and has not been hittable since. It will be Miles Straw getting his first at-bat since coming into the game for the injured Nathan Lucas. And the first pitch to Straw is outside for ball 1. Marienrs lead it 2-1 in the bottom of the 6th. Game 1 of the American League Championship Series. Pitch. Hit in the air to center. Shallow. Coming in is Rodriguez, and he will make the catch with Robles, the right fielder, by his side. 1 down. That's right, folks. Rising Rhino, if you're not familiar, is a play-by-play caller. Football being his specialty. And I would highly recommend that you check out Rhino's channel and subscribe if you haven't already done it. You can do that by clicking on his name. It should say go to channel right there in the chat. Or search in YouTube for Rising Rhino. It'll pop right up. Get in there. Vlad Guerrero looks at strike 1. He's 0 for 2. Next pitch, low and away, 1-1 the count. There's a righty and a lefty up in the Mariner bullpen. The right-hander Bizzardo, the lefty Spire. Oh, 1-1 to Guerrero, swung on a miss, 1-2 the count. Pitch number 67 on the evening from Bryce Miller. We're waiting for the windup. Here it is. Hit on the ground up the middle. Backhanded by Polanco at second. Throw to first in time, and Guerrero has been held in check tonight. 0 for 3. 2 down, nobody on in the bottom of the 6th. I mean, I can't help it. I'm going to have to do some spying around here. Lost a sub since I last checked. That's fun. Barger at the plate. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Let's see how badly my ass is being kicked. Well, JJ's kicking my ass. That's to be expected. Pete McDevitt is kicking my ass. It's not even close. He's got about 7 times as many people watching his coverage. I guess I suck. The count is 2-0 on Addison Barger. Good grief. What happened? Miller's delivery, top of the zone. Where was that pitch, Blue? That looked like strike 1 to me. Ump says it's 3-0. Pitch inside and maybe low as well. That is ball 4. A 2-out walk puts the tying run on base for Toronto. That'll get Alejandro Kirk up to the plate. Mariners are going to have a mound meeting here. Not a pitching change, just a meeting, it looks like. Two down, runner at first for Kirk. He is 0 for 2. Oof, I've been leaning on this for too long. My hand about fell asleep. All right. Kirk at the plate. Miller from the belt. First pitch is in there for a strike. Suarez, the third baseman, guarding the line. Try to prevent a double from scoring the tying run. That is low and away. 1-1 the count on Kirk. So there are some large holes between the corner infielders and middle infielders on both sides for Kirk. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes. All right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to Kirk from Bryce Miller. We're waiting. Here it is. Line behind the plate foul. The runner was off on that pitch and was already at the second base bag by the time they cut away. Probably would have stolen that base had Kirk not swung. Although, would that have been ball 2? I'm a little bit discombobulated. All right. We got a 1-2 count on Kirk. The pitch. Hit in the air to left. Should be playable for Rosarena. He's got it. And the inning is over. Bryce Miller, 6 innings of 1-run ball. And innings 2 through 6, he was very, very sharp. We are going into the late innings, folks. The Mariners lead it 2-1 here in Game 1. My, oh my. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. I mean, honestly, folks, would you be more entertained if you sat and watched a 3D animation with graphics that look on par with Dire Straits' Money for Nothing video from 1985? Little cartoon figures, standing in a cartoon stadium, swinging at cartoon pitches. Like, you guys want that? Let me know if you want that. It seems to be the new trend. I hope you don't want it. I hope you see it as the gimmick that I think that it is. I don't know. For me, I like hearing somebody describe the action and then imagine it in my head. To watch a cartoon, I don't know. Who the hell is this guy? I think the audio on my second computer is about to completely crap out. It's funny. When Buck Martinez speaks, everything's clear. All right. Sorry, folks. I'm distracted. We are going into the top of the 7th inning. Game 1 of the American League Championship Series. Seattle leads it 2-1. Toronto is going to their bullpen for a right-hander, Louis Varland. Regular season had an ERA of 2.97, 1.20 whip. He's pitched 4 innings in the postseason, giving up 2 runs. He will face Eugenio Suarez to lead it off. And Suarez with a cut and a miss on the first pitch. Suarez's average now just .087 in the postseason. Pops it up to make it 0-2 on a foul ball. Here comes the 0-2. That's high, 99 on the gun. Varland striking out about 1/3 of the batters he's faced in recent appearances. 32.7% of outs via the strikeout in the last 11 appearances for Varland. The count now 2-2 on Suarez. Pitch in the dirt, full count. Dominic Canzone to bat next. Pitch. Fouled away. That would have been ball 4 if the ump were to call that pitch correctly. It was outside by a couple of inches. Suarez, with 2 strikes, did not want to get rung up and rightfully fouled it away to look for a better pitch. Still 3-2, nobody out. Top of the 7th. Pitch. Fouled back. Varland getting it up there at 99. Another 3-2. Hit in the air, center field, backing up. Still backing up Varsho. He's up against the wall. It's off the top of the wall. And Suarez will stop at second base with a double that was so high in the air, he could have gotten to second before it landed. I mean, if he's busting ass, this could have been a triple. Varsho, an extremely good defensive outfielder, tried to Spider-Man his way up the wall, but he was unable to climb. That ball hitting about 15 feet high from off the ground, off the top of the wall in right center field. Runner at second with nobody out for Seattle. And Canzone is up. First pitch to him is low and in for ball 1. Canzone 0 for 2. Check swing, they appeal. He didn't go. 2-0 the count. Canzone's job here is to hit the ball on the right side. Get that runner up to third. He does just that. A ground ball to second. Clement to first. Canzone's retired. Job done. Suarez to third base with 1 out. That should bring up Victor Robles next. He is 0 for 2. Toronto pulls their infield in on the edge of the infield grass all the way around. First pitch. Check swing, pitch low, ball 1 on the appeal. No swing. Blue Jays and the fans think Robles went around on this swing. It was borderline. 1-0 on Robles. The pitch. That ball's lifted foul. Oof. That ball jumped off his bat. But well foul and well short of a home run distance. Forgive my excitement. Sir Anthony Dominguez. I've heard of him. He's throwing from off the mound in the bullpen right now. Robles swings and misses to make it a ball and 2 strikes. Runner at third, 1 out. A chance to knock him in without the benefit of a hit. Swing and a miss. Robles can't make contact. 2 down with that runner at third. Robles strikes out. And it'll be up to the number 9 hitter, J.P. Crawford, to get that runner in. Varland will pitch to Crawford. First pitch is way outside for ball one. Crawford is grounded out both times up tonight. Takes outside again. It's 2-0. .289 with runners in scoring position in the regular season for Crawford. 2-0 is off the plate. It is 3-0 with the top of the order due up next. The 3-0 taking all the way. It's in there for a strike. Varland about to throw his 20th pitch of the inning. It's a 3-1 pitch, and that is called a strike. That was ball four all day, and Crawford can't believe it. The crowd is razzing Crawford for his body language after that call, and they are happy that the count is full instead of ball four. 3-2 on Crawford. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line to second on a bounce. Clement to first in time. The inning is over. The Mariners had a golden opportunity to get an insurance run, and they cannot deliver. Suarez with a leadoff double gets the third with one out, but does not score. We go to the bottom of the seventh. The Mariners still lead it 2-1. All right. Again, I got to be the most non-existent. I mean, if I just type in, this isn't going to work because I don't know. I'll just do it anyway. Mariners, Blue Jays. Just show me this. Folks, follow me in real time. Let's type in live while we're at it. Okay, there's a channel with 433 people watching. Here's one with 969 people watching. Here's one with 3,400 people watching. Here's one with 2,200 people watching. This one has 1,600 people watching. This one has 1,100 people watching. Holy shit. Hey, there I am. 27 watching. Is that as much as 1,300? Or is that slightly below? Oh, my goodness. Folks, I feel like, you know those knockoff movies you used to see at the video store? Or instead of Transformers, it would be like Transmorphers. And like they would copy the style and basically just to hope that you accidentally pick their version of a movie that you thought you were getting. I feel like my channel is akin to those movies. Like you might find me by accident. All right, Gabe Spire is on the pitch for Bryce Miller. Miller went 6 innings, giving up just the 1 run. And that was the first pitch of the ball game, at least by him, in the bottom of the first. Spire comes in to face Dalton Varsho. Ernie Clement and Anthony Santander due up after. Varsho, a lefty hitter. Spire, the lefty, on the mound. Here we go. First pitch, bottom of the 7th. Popped up. Out of play. Well, I'll tell you this, folks. I mean, I'm looking at my thumbnail. I guess I'm just not flashy enough. Everybody else has got, thumbnails of like players, like close up, like HD. And almost, I got to be honest, it looks like AI to me. Looks like some AI at work with some of these thumbnails. I'm not doing that. No shanks. Varsho with a count of 0-2. Pitch from Spire is outside. A ball and 2 strikes. That's off the plate. 2-2 the count on Varsho. There's Derek. How you doing, buddy? 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air, center field, right at Julio Rodriguez. He doesn't have to move. 1 away. Varsho flies out to center. Matt Brash is up in the Seattle bullpen. He's not throwing, but he's up. He's normally the setup man. This ball's hit to right, and it's going to be a can of corn for Victor Robles. 2 down. 2 quick outs from Spire. 6 pitches. Anthony Santander due up next. And Blue Jay fans, if you want this free agent signing that you plucked away from Baltimore to come through, now would be a good time. Tony batting right-handed against the lefty Spire. And that first pitch is right in there for a strike. I have to refresh the game. Sorry. Might miss the next pitch. Apologies in advance. Oh, come on now. Don't be rude. Rude and rude. Almost back. Did Robles just make a catch? It looks like Robles just caught the third out while going to the ground. Anthony Santander retired and the inning is over. I didn't see it until the 1 second shot of Robles on the ground in right field. I guess he made a slightly difficult catch, if not a great catch, to end the inning. We go to the 8th. The Mariners lead it 2-1. It was a great catch. I missed it, damn it. Describe the catch, George. Oh, Rhino's doing fine, Hippo. Rhino is kicking ass. If I could do the numbers Rhino's doing right now, I would have nothing to complain about. I would be ecstatic. I think Rhino's pretty ecstatic himself with how things are going right now. What's going on? We're in a commercial break. Yeah, folks, just so you know, Rising Rhino had less subscribers than me, like at the All-Star break. And now he's like over 400 more than me. Like, everybody's kicking my ass. And again, I don't want to sound like sour grapes. For people like JJ and Rhino, I mean, I'm more than happy for their growth. I'm just sitting here wondering, why can't I be a part of this? What happened? Season 1 got off to a flying start. If anything, I was feeling a little bit of like, what's with this guy doing so well right out of the gate from other content creators out there? Well, I guess things have all evened out. I don't know. Listen to me. I sound like I'm going through a midlife crisis. Maybe I am. I don't know. It's the playoffs. It's not my Orioles. So I'm just talking about whatever I feel like. I hope you guys don't mind. You're not missing anything. Sir Anthony Dominguez is on the pitch. This should get interesting. Dominguez at where are we at in the order for the Marienrs? First pitch is high. Oh, it's top of the order. Randy Arozarena takes high for ball 1. So Dominguez faces Arozarena, Raleigh, and Julio Rodriguez. Here we go. 1-0 is high, 2-0. Thanks, Derek. Appreciate it. Spread the word. Pitch. Called a strike. Bottom of the zone. 2-1 the count. That's high. Ball 3. No need to talk about Sir Anthony Dominguez, right, folks? We all know. He's got good stuff, but the command can be a problem, and that is a walk. That pitch, 1.5 feet outside to the leadoff hitter, ball 4. Whew. Cal Raleigh, last time up, hit a home run to tie the game. Raleigh with a couple of hits on the night. He checks his swing on a pitch that he probably wishes he went after. It's a strike, 0-1. Raleigh now hitting .417 on the postseason. Lines 1 foul, 0-2 the count. Runner at first, nobody out. 0-2 the count on Cal Raleigh. A check on the runner. Arozarena back standing. Yep. Feel free to report those types of channels, Phantom, if you'd like. Swung on and missed a wave of the bat by Cal Raleigh. He didn't know what to do with that pitch. He strikes out. First out of the inning for Dominguez. A splitter that just floated and dropped off a cliff. Raleigh didn't know what to do. Julio Rodriguez. That pitch gets away from Kirk. He was jumping out of his crouch to get ready to fire down to second as Arozarena had taken off. So, unless we assume Kirk would have gotten him out, then this wild pitch doesn't really matter. Arozarena steals second regardless. He's there with 1 out. The pitcher, Dominguez, turns around and looks Arozarena back. Mason Fluharty, a left-hander, is up in the Toronto bullpen. There goes Arozarena again. Throw to third. There won't be one. Randy Arozarena showing off that speed. 2 steals to get to third base with only 1 out. And the count right now, 2-0. Dominguez not doing enough to hold Arozarena. That pitch low and away, 3-0 now on J-Rod. Seattle in very good shape to add on to this 1-run lead late in the ball game. They got the right speed at third. They got the right hitter up. 3-0 count. Pitch fouled back. 3-1 to Julio Rodriguez. The 3-1. Ball 4. That pitch looked to maybe tail back over the outside edge, but Dominguez does not get the call. It's a walk to put runners at the corners with 1 out. And the infield coming in to meet up with the pitching coach to talk to Sir Anthony Dominguez. Polanco due to hit next. Naylor after that. Fluharty, the lefty, getting loose. Is this a stall tactic? Do they trust Sir Anthony to go after Polanco here, or do they want to bring in the lefty? And are they stalling? We'll find out in a sec. The mound meeting is over. If the manager pops out now, then we'll know. All right, it's going to be Dominguez against Polanco. First and third, 1 out for the Mariners. Pitch on the outside edge, but all the ball. Looks like it just caught that corner. But Dominguez not getting any help from the home plate ump. 1-0. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Polanco hitting just 200 in the postseason, but every hit he's delivered has been a big one. Including tonight. He had the go-ahead RBI hit to make it 2-1. That's where this game stands right now. Chance to widen the lead. Pitch in the dirt. The count is 2-1 on Polanco. The pitch hit on the ground and through the hole on the right side, a base hit. A run will score, and the Mariners lead it 3-1. Polanco delivers again. What a postseason Jorge Polanco is having. I mean, 200 average plus that hit. He's probably hitting like 225, but damn. Big hits for Jorge Polanco. That'll get Sir Anthony Dominguez out of the ball game. Mason Fluharty, the lefty, coming on to face the left-handed bat of Josh Naylor. 3-1 Mariners now. Late in the ball game, we're in the top of the 8th with 1 out. Pitching change. Cheers, Hippo. Like, look at this guy. All right, so this is probably the Marienrs rep guy. I don't expect to compete with him. Northwest Sports Fanatics. I don't expect to compete. Blue Jays Today. There's your Toronto channel. All right, I found one of your channels you're talking about. Carson Austin, with just a white box in the middle of the screen, and is just showing the broadcast. Here's another one, Alan Shees. These guys don't even bother to come up with an avatar for their channel. It's just like a default like letter of the alphabet, first letter of your first name. I mean, you can't throw something together any faster than this. And then, yeah. Well, there you go. CeeLo's on. He's using 3D animation. Pete McDevitt is on. He's using 3D animation. I'm the weirdo that's just calling the game like an old school fart. All right. Flu Hardy's on the pitch. First and second, one away for the Marienrs. Josh Naylor at the plate. Last time he was up, he faced the other lefty reliever, Little. Naylor not happy with that first pitch strike called. It's 0-1. Naylor 0 for 3 on the night. Fire to second base, and Arozarena, or I'm sorry, who's that? Who's at second? Who's at second base? That looked like Randy, but I thought he came around to score already. Is that Rodriguez? 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, and Naylor's helmet comes off. On a big swing, it's 0-2. Yeah, Julio Rodriguez at second base. Polanco at first. Arozarena has scored already. 0-2 on Naylor. The pitch. Outside. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch. Swing and a miss. That pitch in the dirt. Naylor strikes out. 2 down. Naylor 0 for 4 on the night. Here is Suarez. He got a double his last time up. Nearly got a home run. He's now, 2 for 16 in the postseason? Something like that? 3 for 24? One of those two. He's only hitting $125 now after that hit. First pitch is a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. High. Let's take a peek and see how much. Oh, it's still stuck on that. Okay. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch. Inside. 2-1 on Eugenio Suarez. The Marienrs lead at 3-1. Toronto took a 1-0 lead First pitch in the bottom of the first, a home run from George Springer. They have not scored since. Seattle didn't get on the board until the 6th. They tied the game at 1 with a home run from Cal Raleigh. They took the lead on an RBI hit by Polanco. Polanco here in the 8th inning, another RBI base hit to deliver the 3rd run of the night for Seattle. And that's where we are, 3-1 Mariners with 2 down in the top of the 8th. The 2-1 to Suarez, fouled off 2-2. And with 2 strikes and 2 out, the Blue Jay crowd getting loud one more time, despite the Mariners taking a larger lead in the inning. They are not done being loud here. Two and 2 on Suarez. Here comes the pitch. Tapped foul. We'll do it again. I appreciate that, Falling Hippo. By the way, that name is copyrighted by yours truly. I invented that name. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Suarez goes after one in the dirt. The inning is over. The Mariners, however, add on an insurance run here in the 8th inning to make it 3-1. 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Seattle. 1 run, just 2 hits, and no errors for Toronto as we go to the bottom of the 8th. It should be Matt Brash, the right-hander for Seattle, coming in to pitch the 8th inning. We'll see. Due up. Well, there's a lefty due up first. Maybe Gabe Spire stays in the ballgame to face Andres Jimenez. After that, it's the top of the order. Nope, they're showing it to me now. Matt Brash, despite the lefty batter due up, Brash is in the pitch. His job is to keep it 3-1, get 3 outs in the 8th, and Andres Munoz would then come in to shut the door in the 9th. All right. Folks, we got to 50 likes. Thanks, everybody. I don't think we ever had more than 30 or more people in here at any given time tonight. My goodness. I guess I'm just going to have to get more handsome. I'm going to have to show a little more body. Whatever it takes. Hey, what's going on with the Lions and Chiefs? We're rooting for... Oh, the Chiefs have a 3-point lead, 11 minutes to play. All right, bottom of the 8th. Matt Brash, right-hander, on in relief for the Mariners. So Seattle, despite all of the pitching that was required to get through that 5th and final game against the Tigers just 48 hours ago, less than 48 hours ago, they were playing until 1 o'clock in the morning. Seattle, they've got all their ducks lined up in a row here. They got Bryce Miller to go 6 innings, giving them a quality start. They've got a high leverage lefty and a high leverage righty as setup guys, Spire and Brash. They're being used here back to back for the 7th and 8th innings, and then Munoz, the closer, will be available for the 9th. There's a first pitch strike to Jimenez. He is 0 for 2 and hitting .235 in the postseason. Ground ball right to Naylor at first base. He barely has to move to tap the bag and get the first out. One away. Jimenez never even took off down the line. Swung and saw his fate was sealed. Matt Brash throws a lot of sliders. 60% plus of his pitches are that slider right there. First pitch strike to Springer. He is 1 for 3. He fouls it off to make it 0-2. Always look on the bright side of life. There's a righty up in the Toronto pen. Swing and a miss, and boy, did he get a chase. Did Matt Brash from George Springer. That slider 2 feet outside. See you later. Look at that. Look at that delivery. Oh, that is nasty. See ya. 2 down. Ernie Clement. No, I'm sorry. Davis Schneider is up, and this is a big at-bat. If he can find a way on, Guerrero would come up as the tying run. If he does not, then all Guerrero can do in the next inning is make it a 1-run ball game. So a huge advantage if Seattle can get this out right now. It's 1-1 on Schneider. He's hitting .333 in the postseason. Not that I'm aware of, Phantom. If you know anything like that, I'm all ears. 1-1 to Schneider, hit in the air. Should be playable. Right center. Robles in right, waiting. He's got it. 2 down. Blue Jays are down to 4 outs. Oh, no, they're down to 3 outs. That's the end of the inning. Holy cow. We are going to the 9th with the Marienrs ahead 3-1. My goodness, I thought that was only the 2nd out. Come on, Seattle. Ninth inning coming up. I know Bichette had a nice year and all, but come on. It's a 9-batter lineup. He takes 1 spot. You've got 1 run. I take a look around at all the things I've found. I call it blind hatred. And if you'd stop a while, and maybe if you'd smile, you would realize that we're all the same. It's just like our brain. When it goes insane, we feel the same pain. I always waste my time just wondering what the next man thinks of me. I never do exactly what I want, and I'll sculpt my life for your acceptance. And then I feel forgotten, feel like rotten. Do you feel the same? Do you feel the same? Adolescence just can't make sense. It's calling my name. It's calling my name. I take a look around at all the things I've found. I call it blind hatred. And if you'd stop a while, and maybe if you'd smile, you would realize that we're all the same. Hey, Jeff Hoffman's in the pitch for Toronto, their closer. Not a save situation. It's a don't give up any more runs situation. Dominic Canzone. It's the bottom part of the order for the Marienrs. Canzone 0 for 3. First pitch. Outside, ball 1. Canzone just a $111 on the batting average in the postseason. That's like a 2 for 18 line. That's fouled off to the right. 1 ball, 1 strike on Canzone. Hoffman's 1-1 pitch. Up and away, 2-1. The Mariners closer Munoz is up in the Seattle bullpen, getting ready right now. 2-1. That's a strike. Taken. Count 2-2. I just realized the Mariners shirt sleeve logo sponsor is a Nintendo Switch. Here's a ground ball to first. Guerrero will scoop it up and take it to the bag unassisted for out number 1. Canzone retired. It'll be Victor Robles coming up next. Robles is 0 for 3. First pitch. Breaking ball that hits the top of the zone. Might have been out of the zone. Ump says strike 1. That one way off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Robles hasn't done much in the postseason. No homers, no RBI, and hitting just 118. Pitch. That ball is a little duck snort on the infield. A bounce to the second baseman. And Clement will throw over to first in time to retire Robles. That's what they call a duck snort. In case you folks don't know terminology like I do. That's a duck snort. Two down for J.P. Crawford. He's 0 for 3. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. The runner's at first. He's safe on that play. I've lost my mind. I've officially screwed the pooch. There's 1 out and a runner at first base. I just want this game to hurry up and finish. I'll be honest. There's the pitch to Crawford. It's up and away. Robles, a threat to steal. Doesn't have a very big lead at first. That pitch is high to Crawford. The count 2-0. A lot of fidgeting going on in both dugouts. 2-0 pitch. Lifted foul out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch. Hit on the ground, second base. Kind bounce to Clement. He'll go to first for out number 2. Back to the top of the order, Arozarena. This is the 5th time through the lineup now. But maybe the last chance for the Mariners to add on with 2 down here in the 9th inning. They lead it 3-1. Arozarena 0 for 3, but he did walk and then stole 2 bases after reaching. Came around to score. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Not quite a Baltimore chop, George. The duck snort. It's sort of like, instead of chopping it into the ground, you chop it into the air, if that's a thing. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on Arozarena, and the crowd gets up one more time to give their pitcher a little extra something to get this last out. Arozarena having words with Alejandro Kirk about something. Oh and 2 the count. 2 down, runner at second. The pitch. Called, strike 3 on the outside edge. Arozarena does not like the call, but that ball did hit the outside corner. We go to the bottom of the 9th. A duck snort is a blooper. Yes, but for me, it's a blooper on the infield. It's just like whatever that play was. Or if it just gets over the head into the outfield. But I mean, it's a shallow bloop. It's a shallow bloop. I don't know. Is there like an urban dictionary for duck snort? Or am I going to get some kind of weird website that you don't want on your search history? Duck snort. A softly hit fly ball that lands safely for a hit, typically just beyond the infielders. Now, see, they say, that's a bloop. I feel like a duck snort is like an infield bloop. But I guess it counts as just any old-fashioned bloop. Yeah, Duck Hunt. Who can forget when he got the Nintendo flash gun, zapper, pointed at the TV? Hey, look, Ma. Pew, pew. That stupid dog laughing at you whenever you missed a bird. How about a duck snort bloop? Yeah. From Sloop John B. I want to go home. Why won't they let me go home? This is the worst stream I've ever been on. Snorting coke out of a straw made from duct tape. That's a duck snort. That sounds like a giant waste of coke. Be the worst possible thing to make a straw out of. Or unless you put the adhesive on the outside. I guess you could inside out it. I don't know. Why am I thinking of ways? Stop it. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will lead off in the bottom of the 9th and went down by 2 runs. He can't be a hero, but he can get on base and make it interesting. Munoz versus Guerrero. First pitch is outside, ball 1, 98 on the heater. Guerrero is 0 for 3 tonight, but is still batting .450 in the postseason. There's a strike taken all the way, 1-1. I had no idea there was scores kept on Duck Hunt. I figured you just shot and killed ducks until you retired. That ball's fouled off. 1-2 the count on Guerrero. We are in the bottom of the ninth. Guerrero leading off. The Mariners ahead 3-1 on the Blue Jays. Game 1 of the ALCS. Swing and a ground ball to short. Crawford has it over to first in time. 1 away. And you can feel the air sucked out of the venue here after Guerrero makes that first out here in the ninth. The odds of a comeback for Toronto have decreased a lot with that out. Here's Addison Barger. Popped up. First pitch, center field. Julio Rodriguez going toward left center. He's got it. 2 down. One more out to go, and the Mariners take the first game of the ALCS and get just that much closer to their first ever pennant. BW wants to see it. No offense, Blue Jay fans. Alejandro Kirk at the plate takes a called strike. That was high. Kirk, with his stature, a smaller strike zone than your average hitter. Apparently the umpire forgot to take that into account. Here's a breaking ball low taken. Oh, he went around. It's 0-2. Just like that, the Blue Jays are down to their final strike. 0-2 with 2 down and nobody on base. They need a base runner to get the tying run up. Popped up on 0-2. Who wants it? Crawford. No, it's a Rosarena in left field making the catch. And the Mariners take game 1. Despite playing a 15-inning marathon and a full 5-game series against the Tigers, they hit the road, they cross the border, and they take game 1 here in Toronto. A huge victory for Seattle in their bid to win their first pennant. Toronto's got work to do. They have to win tomorrow to even this series before it goes back to Seattle. What a ball game, folks. Final score, Mariners 3, Blue Jays 1. 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Seattle. 1 run, just 2 hits for the Blue Jays. I mean, the first pitch was a hit. After that, Toronto had 1 hit after the first pitch of the ball game. They were 1 hit. Ouch. So much for rest helping. Looks like it's more like rust, not rest. See what I did there? Bryce Miller gets the win. 6 innings of 1-run ball. Kevin Gausman is given the loss. A tough luck loss for him. 5 2/3. The second and would-be losing run he gave up was an inherited runner that the reliever, Brandon Little, allowed to score. What a ball game. A scoreboard that looks to be manually operated but doesn't do pitch location. Sure, I'll take a look. Froggy's already on top of it. You got Discord. Pop it on in there. I'll take a look. I'm about to wrap things up here at the Birdwatcher headquarters for a couple of days here. Got to do some traveling. Wish me luck, please. Game 2 will not be on my channel tomorrow night, unfortunately. Game 3. Why did I say Game 4? Game 3, back in Seattle. I'll be back. That is what, Wednesday night? Come on back Wednesday night. Toronto shall win in Game 2. We'll see. The Discord link says expired. I'll grab you a fresh one. All right. Okay. Discord. Do. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. There's a fresh link. It's fresh, it's so fresh. Exciting. It's so exciting to me, yeah. It's fresh, it's so fresh. Hey, folks, I've enjoyed the call. Hope you did too. Happy to see the Marienrs take the early lead in the series. Game 2, I don't think they announced who's pitching yet. Well, they have for Toronto, but not for Seattle. For the Blue Jays, it'll be the kid, Trey Yesavage, who I can't wait to see this dude. Didn't he set a record for like most strikeouts by a debut pitcher in the postseason? He absolutely crushed the Yankees in that last game he pitched. 5 1/3 innings, struck out 11 batters. So he will be on the mound for Toronto. We don't know who's pitching for Seattle. We don't know. So you'll just have to tune in and find out. I'm not going to be around. All right, folks. I am going to go. Remember, everything will go well. And I don't plan on having a great time. I mean, I'm basically going to be shipped around like parcel. You know, get off the plane, get into this car, go over to this building, fill out this paperwork, wait in this line, get back in the car, go over this building. You know what I mean? And none of this is going to be fun. You just want it to not suck, right? But I appreciate the positive message. All right? Folks, that's going to do it for me. I am a little bit spent. But come on back and help me figure out how to make this channel work in the postseason. I've been saying, I think if I drop the word Orioles out of my channel name, at least during this postseason, that it might be helpful. I think people look at the list of channels, they see a name Orioles Birdwatcher, and they're probably saying to themselves, why would I watch an Orioles channel cover the Blue Jays Marienrs game, right? I mean, that's just my rational thinking going on. I don't know. That might be more detrimental than anything else. Should I just go with Birdwatcher until we get through October and then put the Oriole name back in there? I don't know. I don't want to alienate people. I don't want to piss off the people that are on board. I don't know. I'm one of the best. See, now I know I'm slipping because Matt used to say I was the best. Now I'm just one of the best. Slipping, folks. I'm slipping. All right. I'm getting out of here. I got to go snort a duck. Hey, the football is still on, right? I'm sure Rhino is calling that game. I'll send you to Rhino. Take you to a channel that knows how to grow. Unlike me. My channel's growing like, what's that, what was it? Sea monkeys. Remember sea monkeys? That stupid thing in the back of every comic book. Supposed to put it in water and yeah. I'm leaving now. Rising Rhino will pop up on your screen here with a redirect here momentarily. I'll be back in a couple of nights. I hope. A few nights. I hope. All right? Take care. Until then, folks, this has been the Bird Watcher, and I will chirp at you later. Have a good week coming up. Come back and check in with me, all right? Take care, folks.